Welcome to Blended Philosophy.
Maybe it does.
The topic for tonight is communication.
Did you take a sip? You made a mistake.
You're gonna take a sip, Dave.
Dave, I expect you to drink that up.
It's like
It lingers.
it's like the aftertaste of like feta or like olives or something, but it's like thousands of times worse.
And it even just drip on your tongue. Like you try to lick it away, but the flavor is still so intense.
I can't.
This is too much salt.
We're going to have some river because that's the same as seawater pretty much. I get a cup of that and I drink that before I drink this.
More than 7 grams per day is dangerous.
That is literal poison. It is
literal poison.
It actually is poison. If I drink that, I will have to go to the hospital.
Oh, prove it. Scientifically.
No, fuck off. Go to the hospital. You.
No. I'm not saying go to the hospital. I'm saying scientifically prove if you have that much salt, tequila, lime juice, combined together or separate, whatever. I don't care which one you do.
That's what Matt just did.
Just the salt. Just
it.
the salt alone.
Prove it. No, because
No,
you
okay, I said
more
it's
than 6
dangerous.
grams
Yeah,
dangerous.
okay, you're giving yourself.
Prove to me that 100 grams of salt will
Okay.
kill you.
The lethal dose is estimated to be less than 25 grams of sodium in adults.
Lethal.
What's sodium though? I know what sodium is, but like
Chloride.
how much? Yeah, well, there's no chloride in this, is there?
What?
What?
How much sodium is in salt? That's what I'm asking.
Salt density 2.16 grams per centimeter cube.
I don't really care how dense it
Okay.
is, but whatever.
And what's the volume of one cup? 250 ml.
Where is it? Okay. 2.16 times 250. 540 grams.
Yeah, 540, yeah.
Okay, now we divide that by 2.5. There is 216 grams of sodium
In the drink.
In the blender.
in the
Yeah,
blender.
yeah.
How many cups are in the blender?
Oh, I don't know, like 4 or 5?
Okay, let's be generous and divide that by 5.
Okay.
43.2 grams of sodium.
Alright.
That's more than the actual lethal dose.
I do apologise. Just so this doesn't happen again, but before the end of the night, I want a suggestion from each of you of what the next thing should be. And no more cups of salt.
So we get whatever drink we want now.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
I should.
Well, no, within
Right,
reason.
thanks.
Within reason.
Thank you. The one reason I like this, I know that nothing's been in it.
Yeah.
It's got the lid on.
Thanks, Dave.
So as no one not here, did you tell him that you're making poison?
Checking how much sodium that has in it.
No, I wanted to see what makes the vanilla flavour.
Vanilla?
Flowers, probably.
Apparently it's just flavour.
Alright, so the question for this episode is, when communicating, should we prioritise telepathy whenever possible?
With what?
Each other.
So not like a dog or something?
If you want to communicate with your dog telepathically, go ahead.
Well, it would make communicating with animals a lot easier, unless they still think in like
In their own like
can we
dog
still
language.
like. Cause you don't really think in a certain language.
True. Most thoughts are conceptual.
So, you could just. You could think something to an animal, and I'd be like, oh, you know. Unless you're saying that your telepathy is you're sending a message, like the way you talk to someone, and like, you know, in that case, you'd be like, oh, hey, and be like, ooh, but, or like whatever other.
I think it work both ways. So you know how with email you can type it out or you can send an attachment. or whatever. I think
Both.
yeah, can do yeah. So I think with telepathy, you can send a conceptual thought, or you can send a memory. We can send a video or a bunch of text or whatever words look
How
like.
does it work?
thought language.
If
How
I
would your phone ring if telepathy existed?
yeah.
No, because well, text messaging has been around for ages, right? We still use phones, yeah. So maybe
That's because it's a. But I can
Maybe.
text message telepathically.
yeah. So maybe phones will eventually phase out, but when telepathy's it's like brand new, we won't just all chuck our phones in a bit.
Yeah, but if you always prioritize telepathy, you should always use telepathy in a situation. So if someone calls you and then they're calling you on the phone, you let it go through, then you call them back with telepathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just never answer a phone call.
Yeah.
So you only communicate via
But
telepathy, unless
Um,
it's not possible.
yeah, yeah. So I
When
was
would it
going
not
to
be
say
possible?
they wouldn't call you.
When would it not be possible?
Well, now, for instance, it's not possible yet. We don't have to.
No, but when,
to
it's, when
use,
it's possible, when is it not possible to use? Like, give me a situation that when it's possible to use that you can't use it.
I don't know. Maybe with like trees and that.
What?
Well, okay. Here's a question for you. Do trees have brains?
No.
Okay, I knew you would say that. I didn't know. I was like 99% sure. But because like obviously like they don't have brains like we've got brains. How we've got like a series of synapses or whatever, and like mushy like physical brains. Where like we have one each. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, trees don't have one of these. Well, my question is like, do trees have some sort of, you know, central process, some sort of central processor, where they go, oh, that's how they think and do stuff and that.
Pretty sure trees are pretty much just like all the same cell, aren't they? Like the no, not like
Kids are bugs,
the wood part of it. It's just is this. It's not all one cell, but it's the same cell, just like millions of times. And like okay,
No, I think there's
maybe
different
the
parts of
leaves-
cells like in the middle and stuff.
or maybe the bark's different.
The bark's the inside. It's kind of
No,
like
I think the wood is the same all the way through.
Do you think that trees can think to any capacity? I'm not saying they're smarter than humans or as smart, but do you think they can think to any capacity?
Like if something can make a decision, then it can think.
Right, okay, well, do you think trees can make a decision?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so trees don't have brains, presumably.
We'll just a grey area.
Maybe it's not
but
yes.
maybe with like 1% probability they've got brains. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I'd give it a 25.
Right, like
Wow.
like you had 25.
25. So if you got
Shit,
a
what if I
seed,
did 24?
Dave,
You guys react to the same part.
if
I'm
you have a
sorry.
seed, right? Where does it start getting a brain? Like a tree.
I think there could be a collective brain that the species of plant share. So all the like oak trees or some shit would have an oak tree brain shared by all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
And what does this brain think, or is it just they can affect each other?
I'm saying perhaps the roots, they're all connected together and they form the equivalent of synapse.
See, the thing with telepathy is, say there was like aliens, and they've got a completely different brain structure.
Sure.
They should be able to get that same thought that I'm having. And so even though trees may have a completely different type of brain, it should be able to understand the thing I'm thinking if it's capable of understanding it, just like the baby can't understand certain thoughts.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
but
So then it would work with the tree.
It's just doing that leaf, but it's not. It's
And
nothing.
you're right, so
Yeah.
if we learn how to do telepathy, then it would always be
So
possible.
you're in an exam, you're just thinking random answers, and everyone's like, ah.
7, 12 caterpillars.
Oh, that's
chicken.
correct.
That was just
712 caterpillars.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Alright, when communicating, should we prioritize telepathy whenever possible? I'm a little torn.
You should have already decided. What was the last fucking, hour or something about?
Yes, you want to get beamed advertisements and
Yeah,
correct thoughts in your head.
Damn. Henry is, selling the argument right up till the button press.
According to Pizza Stream, we should not prioritize telepathy when communicating whenever possible. If you like this video, you can go ahead and give it a like, or leave us a comment. Tell us why you liked it, why it was good, why it was bad, how can we improve possibly. Maybe any drinks you might want to see that are less poisonous than tonight's episode. As of January, I should really focus on one camera, right? Probably this one,
Well, it's going to be a lot of editing now.
rather than I won't. You
You're
just
still going to have to do the cutting.
So as of the 1st of January 2022, we're going to go ahead and look at the most constructive comment. So a comment like, hey, that's pretty good. That's not, well, I mean, that's a good comment, but that's, I'm looking for something a little more constructive than that. But something like, that shit would be, that's a little, that's not,
I think that's more constructive, actually.
a little more constructive. But that's not quite, that won't win it. That
But it's
won't
not positive. I feel like we have more of an open door to positive comments.
Absolutely, yeah. So that wouldn't win it. But something like
Positive, constructive comments.
something like
Don't say the word no.
less salt and more pizza. That would be a constructive comment. We'll scour through all the comments and pick the best one. We'll make a video based on that comment, just to improve it a little bit. That video will come out the first Saturday of February 2022.
Why 2022?
Wait, 2022?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, this is coming out next year.
2021.
Yeah.
So the most constructive comment on this video.
No, at all. I should have specified to do it whenever.
You should make a whole specific video for that.
Maybe I will.